Or not. But I'm just going to keep rolling. Hey, y'all. Hey, guys. Natasha Cozart here. And today's broadcast is definitely live. And, I'll get into a rhythm where I'm able to do this kind of where it's planned ahead of time. And I'm going to go live. But for today, I've got a special pop up for you. And it is especially for the beauty professionals. So if you've got a minute, I want you to just to tag your favorite beauty professional, whether it's your hairstylist, your braider, your lock technician, your barber, your nail technician, your lash technician, the person who hooks you up, your esthetician. Tag them right now because I've got some amazing marketing strategies that I want to share with you guys. And not even really just marketing in general, but specifically to help them turn a corner, to help us turn a corner. So, of course, my name is Natasha Cozart, and I'm a marketing expert. I like to call myself your marketing mama, but gonna say your mama, sometimes people are trying to tell you what to do. And it's not that I'm trying to tell you what to do or boss you around, but I think I get a few things. I understand some things as it pertains to marketing. I've been around the block a few times. And when it comes to the beauty industry, y'all, I had a solid 5 to 7 years where I was really able to sit in the industry and understand some things about the beauty industry. Okay. And here's the first thing I want you to know that I've learned in the beauty industry. And first, let me give a good little shout out to my girl, Petra Lovejoy of Dove Salon in Atlanta. If you're in the area, make sure you look her up. Go by, see her, not just for the hair, not just for the styling, not just for the technique of doing the thing, but how to walk it out, how to live that thing. I literally sat and watched her build an entire salon, to build a culture, to build an industry that she built from scratch with no help. She built it from scratch, not knowing what to do, not knowing where to go next. Yes, a few mentors here and there who would pour into her every now and again. But for the most part, I saw the good days. I saw the bad days. I saw the hard days. I saw when it was tough, when she was struggling. And I want you to know that a lot of the things that you're out here working on, trying to do, you don't have to do alone. You don't have to struggle alone. You don't have to fight against all of the hurdles alone, because guess what? The number one thing, it starts in your mind. It starts with your mindset. How do you see yourself? How do you view yourself? How do you value your own goods and services? And yes, you may know, girl, I'm bad with a sew-in, or I'm bomb when it comes to shortcuts, or you know what? Can't nobody touch my lashes. When it comes down to the business part of it, you may go to school to learn your craft, to learn your trade, and this can apply to in any industry. But what they never teach you is beyond your passion is the stuff that you don't feel like doing, which is the business part, the marketing part, the systems, the operations. Have you ever been to someone and you're like, oh, they were so good. I really, really enjoyed, or I really enjoyed the final product. But when it comes to business and trying to call them, trying to get scheduled, trying to do the other stuff around, it's like, they could be better, And here's the thing, that's no knock on that person. That person is good at what they do, no doubt about it. We just have to get some good systems and some support around them so that their gift can really and truly shine. All right. So make sure you're tagging your favorite beauty professional. Tag your hairstylist, tag your barber, tag your braider, tag your lash tech, tag that person right now. Okay. So what happens is they end up getting approached. You're in your salon, and I'm going to speak from the perspective of a beauty professional today. You get in the salon, you're working, you're doing your thing, or you're in a suite or wherever you may be, and people continue to come by you and they bombard you. They want to tell you, hey, you need to do it this way, or you need to do it that way, or you need to try this, or you try that. And sometimes you just don't know which way to go, which direction to take, whose advice to take, right? But all you know is that you have a passion, you have a gift, and you're darn good at it. And so with that being said, I want to share with you, number one, you are amazing. So I don't care what you feel like you're failing at, what you feel like you're not good at, what you feel like you've dropped the ball at. I want you to just let that go. Just sit it to the side for just a moment. And I want you to just pat yourself on the back. And I want you to think back over your life, think back over your career, think back over the things that you've done even before you got licensed, even before you started on this level right now. Think back a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and look at what you've been able to accomplish. Look at what you've been able to do. Ooh, you are a bad chick. You are a bad brother. You are amazing, okay? Because had you done that before? Had you ever come as far as you've come before? See, we're so hard on ourselves. We're tough on ourselves about what we feel like we haven't accomplished. I feel like sometimes we fail to celebrate where we are. So today I celebrate you, and I want you to celebrate yourself. Just give yourself a round of applause. Just give it a round. Just give it a round. Okay, give it a round. Reach over, pat yourself on the back. Give yourself a high five. And celebrate what you've accomplished. Because it's not easy to walk the walk that you've walked and to stand in the place where you are today. Hats off to you. But here's the thing. I'm going to ask you to do one thing for me from this day on. Never focus on the things you're not good at. Because where your focus lies, that's where your attention goes. And if you're so good at this thing over here, but now all you're focusing on is your weakness, and you're focusing on your insecurity, or you're focusing on this thing that hasn't been working, then what happens to your gift? What happens to your passion? What happens to the thing that you used to be so good at and amazing at? We begin to get stagnant. We begin to, you ever been to somebody and you've been working with them and you're like, dang, you've been doing the same thing the same way for about 5 years now, for about 15 years now. You go back and you see Miss Rachel and she do hair the exact same way that she always has done. There's got to be room for growth. There's got to be room for innovation. But if you're always over here focusing on your weaknesses, it's going to give you some negative energy, some negative vibes, because you already know how you feel when you're having to do the weak thing. You're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do this. I can't believe it. And it just brings your energy down and low. And you end up in a place where you just don't want to do nothing. Okay? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this right here, our weakness. We're going to say, God, Lord, people, universe, whatever you want to call it, show me a strategy and a way to manage this so that I can focus on my gift, my strength, what I'm amazing at. Okay. And so that's why I'm here. All right. So everything you've learned, you've had to learn in the school of hard knocks, right? Because you're good at your passion, good at your skill. But when it comes to business marketing, you've got to figure that out. All right. And I bet that that's one of the areas that you're like, okay, that's not my strong suit. That's not something I feel like doing. Well, when I here's some of the things I want to share with you that I've learned, not only just watching the beauty industry, watching people rise from the bottom, watching people build from scratch who had absolutely nothing. They didn't inherit clients. They didn't inherit a clientele. They didn't inherit a book of names or numbers. They had to go out and build individually, day by day, on their own. Okay. And here's some things that I learned, especially from watching Petra Lovejoy at Dove Salon, some of her other colleagues that were in the area, and a few other stylists that I've worked with over time, is that number one, what works in the traditional marketing context, I'm going to tell you right now, because of who you are and what you do and the way you do what you do, it doesn't work. So if you're just trying to go out and market the way you see a coach or a consultant or a restaurant trying to do what they do, it's not going to work for you. Why? Because the world of what you do is, if they don't see you, it doesn't exist. If you get so much reviews and so much happens by word of mouth and by experience. People who've seen your work that said, "Oh, girl, I like your hair. Can you do that for me?" Or, "Girl, tell me who did your braids?" Or, "Ma'am, girl, your cut. Oh, that color. Oh." They look at what you've got. And they look at what you've done for someone else, and it's almost like these people are walking billboards for you. Some people are kind enough to share the name and information. Other people be like, well, it's my little secret, or, I did that myself. Boom. You ain't do that. You did not do that color yourself, ma'am. But what happens is the traditional marketing doesn't work. So what you've got to learn how to do is to leverage your walking billboards, which are the people who come up out of your chair, who have come to you before, people who you've done their service. And then you've also got to figure out how to leverage people who have come to you but never have come back. Okay. And so your greatest resource is the people who are out walking, who you just did last week, 2 weeks ago, who are still rocking that fresh do, that fresh cut. And then your other marketplace or your biggest, greatest source of leads are people who you've serviced and they have just fallen off for whatever reason. Okay. So you've got a great pool of people. Now I'm going to show you how to leverage those. The other thing that I've learned about a stylist is, I said, number one is what works in the traditional marketing aspect does not work in the beauty industry, right? Because everybody that comes to you is a walking billboard. Number two, so much of what you do is word of mouth. It's not about what you can promise to do, but it's you have to show me what you can do, okay? People want to know that you can actually deliver. Number three, as a stylist, I have learned that you as a stylist, the barber, the technician, you are your client's everything. And when I say everything, I'm talking about sister, friend, mentor, counselor, marriage counselor, babysitter, some of y'all. Okay, you are everything to your client. Excuse me. So if you're so heavy on the celebrity aspect, when do you ever get to do the administrative business aspect? Once again, that's where your strength is really strong right here. And then you've got this other part that's like, I'm so tired. I'm frustrated. When I get home, I just want to lay down. I'm not trying to be sending no emails. I don't have time to be sending text messages. I'm not even thinking about posting on social media because I'm wore out from being everything to everybody. Boo, I got you. Okay. Number four, the things that I've learned is that you want to be successful, but it's counterintuitive to the work that you currently do. When you're a celebrity, which is when I say you're everything for your clients, it means that you literally have a celebrity persona, that when you show up, that person means they spill their guts. They tell you everything. And then don't let them see you at the grocery store. Don't let them see you at the movies or out at church. Oh, girl, that's my stylist. Let me tell you. You are literally the one who makes their day, who builds their hopes, who helps them. You know what? Even men, you're the barber. They sit in your chair and you're like, all right, you got me right again. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You give them that swag back. And it's something that they've already had, but you help to enhance who they are and cause their beauty, their greatness, their brilliance to just shine. You're the celebrity. Number five, you need people around you with positive energy, not negative, not destructive, not toxic, but positive people that you can trust. Period, point blank. Trust is everything. Trust is everything. I've seen people go without for months and months and just run their business by themselves. Why? Because they cannot trust anybody. And then I do understand that in this world and today, trustworthiness is something that I don't understand where people are at today, but they don't mean what they say. They lie about stuff. They cheat on things. They skimp on numbers. They trying to swindle a penny in a pocket. One thing that I loved about working with Petra and seeing her in Dove Salon and the things that she did is that there were times where clients would come in. They may not have any money. They may not have everything. She would even do, but she would work with them. There were times when every year she does this thing called the give back effect, where the kids from the community can come to the salon and get their hair done for the first day back to school. Do you know how people be lined up outside her door, like trying to get their kids' hair done? Everybody's trying to get their teenagers done. They're trying to get something together. So they've already spent all this money on back to school products. They've already done everything they could do to get their kids in a position, clothes, uniforms. And now if you could just get my child's hair together, that's one thing that takes a load off. People be so happy that she gives away backpacks, school supplies, and they even feed the kids while they're there because you know you're there for a minute because there's so much happening with you and your hair. Guys, you've got to figure out how to not just do what you do, but to be able to be trustworthy and have people around you that are willing to give more than what they feel like they're receiving. Yes, you're in business to make business, but there's also a place where there's got to be some sort of integrity that's being held up. And as a marketing professional, I feel that I get you. I get it because I see my colleagues sometimes doing stuff and I'm like, ma'am, they charged you how much for that? Let me show you. I could do click, 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 and it's done. Like, dang. Yeah. All right. So then the next thing is, as a beauty professional, barber, stylist, whatever you are, you don't mind paying if you can get the results. there's a lot of people out here selling wolf tickets that say they can get you results. They say they can get you clients, get bottoms in your chair, but they're lying to you. Or they take your money and they don't do it. I hear that from people so much, is that, oh my gosh, I don't want to pay for this because the last time I paid someone, they burned me. And once again, that goes back to the integrity, that goes back to the trustworthiness. Okay. And then the last thing is show me, don't just tell me. So a lot of times I realize that because of your creativity as a beauty professional, and because you work with your hands, because you build things out of nothing, that for me, being a technical, business-minded, not just business-minded, but technical, behind-the-scenes person, always on the computer, I see things in a linear fashion. And I can sit here and explain to you, okay, we're going to build your website, we're going to put a funnel, then we're going to connect it to an email list so that you can be building your list. And then you not only need to do that, but there's going to be an autoresponder that sends them an email automatically, and then a text responder. And then they can just use a keyword, and that keyword will have a short code, and that code will just go directly to your thing, and then you'll follow up, and then they'll schedule, and then you can send the pay. Okay, I'm explaining all of that, and you may hear the words coming out of my mouth, but I realize that when you're a creative, sometimes you need to see it. Show it to me. Show me what you're talking about. Break it down to the brake pads so that I can get it. And once I get it and I understand it, once again, I don't mind investing in my business because I want my business to grow. And so with that being said, I want you to text me. My name is Natasha Cozart. You see it on the screen back here. But text me, 678-884-4176. And I want to give you a free demo and a consult. How can I help you take everything that it is that you're doing as a business professional and put it into one software? That means you log in one time. And when you log in one time, you've got all your emails, all of your phone numbers, all of your scheduling, all of your payments, your website, everything in one place. And that's what I want to show you how to do. Simple and easy. I hope this is making sense. If this is resonating with you, I want you to make sure that you tag your beauty professional, tag your hairstylist, tag your barber, tag your lash tech, tag them, tag your nail tech. Okay. And let them know that Natasha Cozart is going to help you get to that next level. I'm just going to help you get to that next. Text me 678-884-4176. Now, if you're not in the beauty industry, and you're like, okay, I could use some support like that, you're welcome to text me as well. And I'll listen, just get in where you fit in. That's what we're going to do. Well, I'm Natasha Cozart. It's been amazing to chat with you. Thank you for rocking with me for the past few minutes. This will definitely be live on my YouTube page, so you can go and check out the replay whenever you get ready. But if you like these tips and tricks, definitely put in the comments and DM me. Let me know what other kind of stuff you want to know about. If you want to know about lead generation. And then I need to invite y'all who are in the Atlanta area. My friend, Dr. Sade Adu, is going to be hosting the Girl, Your Brand is a Big Deal conference this weekend here in Atlanta. So if you're watching this and you are in the Atlanta area, or if you're willing to come to the Atlanta area, and girl, I got a discount code. I got the hookup. Touch a neighbor, tell them, say, Tasha got the hookup. I got the hookup discount code for you. And we're going to be talking about all of this stuff, the brand, the images, the colors, the social media, all of that is going to be covered, and it's going to be an intimate environment. I'm trying to tell you, these ladies are going to the moon and back. They are a triple threat. You've heard about a triple threat in artistry. So they're sing, dance, and act. Just imagine the Beyonce of marketing. That's who Dr. Sade is. That's what we're creating, a triple threat in your business, so that you are popping on all cylinders no matter where you are, and that you're well on your way to not just 6 figures, multiple 6 figures, 7 figures, and beyond. And if you're interested in that and you want the discount code for that, hit me up. Once again, 678-884-4176, and I'll get you the discount code. It's literally half off. Okay. It's going to be dope. It's going to be amazing. Y'all, we're going to have on our pink. We're going to be dressed so nicely, taking pictures. Y'all, you just don't want to miss it. That's all I want to say. All right. Well, thank you so much for rocking with me. It's been amazing. Make sure you leave your comments, questions, anything that you want me to address. One of these days, I'm going to figure out how to actually see the comments while I'm in the different software. But right now, it's all good. And yeah, it's going to be all good. Bye, y'all. Have a great day.